Hey guys, well this is our project for the day. You think project for the day working on a car? I'm a welding channel. What am I doing welding or looking at a car? Well, when you have a welding machine next to a car and you have a friend who says they need help, it's usually not a good thing. And that's the situation we're in. So what he brought it to me for was he broke a bolt, of course, way down in there. See if I can squeeze you guys down in there. This is gonna be kind of tough even to fit the camera. So he went and broke, let me see, can you even see it there? That bolt right there, that is a belt tensioner bolt. So that is not going to be fun. Mechanic told him they could drop the engine and of course get it behind or underneath the frame section. That's, you know, the unibody kind of framework. And I see what he means, because it doesn't take much to get under it from there, but he had to drop it in order to put a drill into it. And so that's a good option. I could also try and go through here, through the tire, the wheel, but then I would have to be looking upwards into the opening. So I'd have to be laying on the ground, of course, to try and weld upwards. Now from here it's not any more fun, but at least I can see. Where's that? Can you guys see? Way down there. At least I can see that from up here and point a little MIG gun into that. And actually I'm going to be using flux core. So that's going to be the challenge for the day, to try and get that out. Let me see. Yeah, hopefully you guys can see it. I can barely see it. So that's gonna be kind of a stinker, but you know, it is what it is. And so I was gonna show you what I was gonna be using. Put them in my pocket actually. Hold on just a second, to try and get those out. So one of the tricks that we use often for stuck bolts, is, at least what I do, is I will try and weld. Oh, sorry. I carry a bearing with me everywhere, so never can say I lose my bearings. Kind of cheesy, I know. But anyway, I weld a washer to the stud that is broken, then I weld a nut to the washer, and then with the heat input it backs it out. So let's see if that works. And then of course this is just the extension of the ratchet. So let's see if that works, and if it does, yay, save him a little bit of money. Maybe he'll buy me a good dinner or two, and you know, it'll be a win-win for everybody. So let's get this set up. It's just a matter of plugging it in, but trying to get ourselves situated in there, that's something else. I might have to get to the light. So I'll quit talking and start working. Okay, sort of built up the little nub on there. I'm gonna try and fight and get a washer in there. It's gonna be fun. Oh, for those that were asking me about my pliers, I ended up having to get a new set, only because Gerber would not send me these little clips. So I had to retire the other set. Still works, but I need those little spring clips. So I sent them a message and they couldn't, I mean, it took them forever to respond, right? But then they said they could replace the whole tool. I just need those. And they didn't understand, I guess. So I got another one. and it's the same model. It's an older model. I'm not a big fan of the one with the carbide cutters in there, because as you cut thicker wire, the backside will pinch the wire and you won't cut all the way through. These are a little bit older naturally, right, because they have just the formed wire cutters in it, but I like them better. So hopefully these will last just as long. I might inscribe a date on there just to see how long it lasts. The other ones are darn near polished back to stainless. They started off as black. So for those that asked. Anyway, back to work. It's actually hanging on the little nipple. Worse. Okay. I don't know if that's enough. Okay, so I keep trying to turn on it, and it's just becoming really tough. I'm gonna try and zoom in. Hold on. Okay, so I let it cool off, and I'm trying to turn on it, and it's sort of working. But what I end up doing, I'll zoom in on it. Where's it at? What happens? I put too much weld too close to the edge of the nut, so the socket keeps sliding off. So I might have to get a different size nut, or try and bust that one off and weld another one on there. So it's a tough one. All right, let me see what I can do. Anybody remember these? I'm gonna try that since I can't really get a good grip on it, but I don't know if I'll be able to put that in there. I may have to, I don't know, finagle it in there. If not, I got these pliers. I don't actually know where they came from. They're just an old set of pliers that I picked up at somewhere. Patented and forged. And either way, maybe this will work. Give that a shot. On my way. After a couple hits, well, it didn't come off, which is good and bad because I was hoping it would, but it just bent. So at least the tack welds were good enough to hold on there, but now I can't grip it at all. So I'm kind of shot myself in the foot on that one. Let me see what I can do about grabbing that somehow. Yeah. All right. Well, at least I broke it off. Now we can start fresh. I can't get that out there. I just welded too much on that edge right there to where the socket won't sit on there well. Good enough. Okay, let's see what I can do now. Okay, so just like last time, I was able to, where's the light? Set that washer on that little bubble of weld that stuck out, and it hangs on there. So I'll try to weld that again and try to do better on welding that nut. Okay. Yeah, welded another little bit on there, kind of like a nipple to come out a little bit more. Hopefully that'll help hold the nut that I put on there, and be able to weld through the center of it instead of the outside perimeter like the last one. Let me go find another nut. Right here. Hold on. Alright, so I just tested both of them. This is just a standard 1/2 inch, and this one I don't know what it is. I found it, but it's a kind of a lock nut. But this one actually fits that weld a little bit better, more so than this guy here. So I'll use this guy because I can weld up on the inside and really get a good grip of the bolt to, oh sorry, the weld to the inside of the nut, so that it allows this to stay free and clean to be able to get that off down in there. So we're gonna use this guy. Throw all else fails, then we get back up. This is our backup. All right. Okay, I don't know if I said that already, but I don't know if I got enough on there, but we're just gonna give that a shot and see how that goes. It seemed like it filled up too quickly, the inside of the hole. So we'll see. Let me spray some lubricant on there and see if I can cool it off or break it free or something. No way. Looks like it's coming out. We'll see. Ow. Ta-da! Man, oh man, this little guy put up a fight. Golly, let's get out here in the sunlight. Man, it's crazy. Yeah, it's fine thread. I initially thought that that they bottomed out the bottom of the bolt, like maybe it was too long, and that's why they snapped it off, because it just didn't make any sense. But you know, fine threads are, you can put a lot of torque on fine threads if you're not careful. Maybe even with an impact, right? Snap it off. So my buddy's gonna be getting a new bolt, of course, or I just let him use this as a bolt. I'm kidding. But anyway, came out, so everything's hunky-dory now. So, you know, I'm glad I'm not a mechanic page to say, because it may not be so family friendly. Because that was kind of tough. That was a little tough to get in there. I mean, I applaud you mechanics who have to work on cars and even heavy equipment, because stuff's even heavier. But that's why I weld. But as I like to say, if I can see it, I can get it. So fortunately enough, I was able to get it, and so now he owes me a lot of dinners or something, because this actually took almost 2 hours, believe it or not. overall, you know, let it cool and heat and cool cycles kind of thing. So a little bit of a pain, and you know, the 2 hours were kind of just lengthy. Go inside, get some coffee, you know, drink, have some lunch, that kind of thing. So not necessarily 2 hours, maybe about an hour and a half or so. But anyway, it's out, so he's gonna be happy, and I'm sure you know, I'm sure glad I'm done, that's for sure. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate you guys' support. I just noticed that I had some caps that may be coming out in this video. I'm trying to figure out how to sell them, so I need to figure out how to put them on YouTube, so I can have a way to market them. I got different varieties. This one's a camo, the other ones are black on black, and then I got like a gray that I'll be selling soon. So again, thank you for the support. We'll catch you guys on the next one.